My name is Victoria. I am 24 years old. I have been married for over 6 years. My husband, John, runs his own business, and unfortunately, he is not home all day. I have been used to this routine since the second year of our marriage. Despite my girlfriend's occasional hints that John may be spending time with someone else rather than working, I have always trusted him completely. Our relationship has been built on loyalty and devotion. However, there was one incident that shook my confidence in our marriage. One evening on my way home, I decided to take a leisurely walk in the park because of the nice weather. The streets were crowded. When I got home, I noticed a pair of unfamiliar shoes in the hallway. Curious, I called out to my husband, "Hi, honey, how was your day?" He greeted me affectionately with a gentle kiss on my neck. I inquired about our unexpected guest, not knowing what to expect. It turned out to be an old friend who had recently gone through a divorce and wanted to be alone. He's staying with us for a week. "I hope you don't mind, my love," John said, his smile carrying a tinge of schadenfreude. I nodded in agreement and headed into the bedroom to change. As I entered the kitchen, I saw him. Michael, my ex-boyfriend, was sitting in the chair across from my husband, sipping tea. He greeted me with a wry smile, and John started to introduce us, even though it wasn't necessary. I silently hoped my husband wouldn't find out he was my ex-boyfriend. The fact that Michael was an old friend made me even more anxious. I didn't pay attention to why he was at our table and smirking at me. All my attention was focused solely on my husband. Uncertainty filled my mind. I dozed off, and my last thought was that I would spend the next day in his company. My shift at work was over, as if it was bad luck. I woke up in a bad mood, and for that, ready to vent my frustration. I went to the kitchen for coffee and found Michael watching TV. As it happened, the only TVs were in the bedroom and kitchen. His gaze, kind words, and smile alarmed me. I couldn't bring myself to even look at him, let alone engage in conversation. "Victoria, you've been looking pale and irritable since this morning. Your husband doesn't comfort you at night, does he? Doesn't it hurt you to go to him?" Michael gave a fake chuckle. "I feel pale and angry about having you in my house. Let me be clear, I want nothing to do with you. I am deeply in love with my husband." With a note of arrogance, I replied, "Oh, of course. Remember how good you were with me? You meant everything to me. Don't you want to relive it all over again and get back what we had?" asked Michael. "Well, I don't." "You're not getting anything, so stop daydreaming," I said, smirking at my uninvited guest. "We'll see," he muttered and pulled me to him with force. I resisted and kicked, determined not to let Mike do anything to me. However, our strength was unequal. He grabbed me and dragged me into the bedroom. I didn't have the strength to resist anymore. Everything happened like a blur. Perhaps amidst the hatred he was showing, I felt something for him. I was in a desperate position, having committed many transgressions. How can I face my husband now? I really don't want him to find out about the cheating and that his best friend is my ex-boyfriend. I love my husband deeply, and this moment of weakness could destroy our marriage.